everyone says that they're living paycheck to paycheck right now, but then you go look at Disney and the lines are gigantic. You look at concerts, they're packed. The tickets sell out in seconds. How can everyone, and I mean everyone, be supposedly struggling so bad, but then simultaneously they're also doing all of the things that require money that are not necessities? Like, I don't know a single person who I have talked to who has said, man, things are just great right now, economically and financially for me. Last time I heard something.
I quit cigarettes for a long time, but once in a while I'll like fuck around and buy a pack. So the past like 2 days I've been smoking, just really enjoying it. But I'm bringing this up to say there was a point in my life where I didn't care how little of money I had. I was going to have a pack of cigarettes. And I was going to go skateboarding. And I was going to have some weed later. My point is like, people are still going to live their life. Even if like they can't afford it.
Give me $50.
I ain't got it.
You can't afford to give me $50?
Get your ass out my goddamn coke.
I said I'm never coming back again. Next I stepped away from the mirror. I got my mind made up now, cause I can see the future much clearer.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. So everybody's not broke. So all the broke people aren't broke, right? This becomes a thing because you see it a lot now where, it's looked at a certain way. But let me rewind the tape in life. Young people have always been broke. And young people have always been spending money on frivolous stuff that exacerbates them being broke. So don't get it twisted. But what it looks like is, you're right. Like, you have people, let's just say recently, I'm pretty sure you're going to have people that went to the Beyonce concert and they owe people money, or they hadn't, they're behind on their bills, yada, yada, yada. I ain't got no money. And it's like, yo, I don't want to hear it. I'm sure there are people who, like he said, have a habit, drug habit, right? And they spending money on their drug habit, but they ain't got money for necessities. Or they shortchange their necessities for their drug habit. Not surprised. Oh, by the way, got another video where they go, no other group of people puts their stuff on blast and on social media. Well, here we go again. The other thing that's interesting about this is a lot of times these are people who are either college students in the military or young adults living with, let's just say, their family or roommates. So a lot of the broke activity is because, hey man, we splitting the bills 4-5 ways and been down that road. Sometimes you have roommates who don't pay up. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you have that. Your roommate went to a concert, your roommate went to the casino, your roommate went to, to the mall, and then when it's time to pay rent, I ain't got it. Light bill, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So you look at people sideways. You look at people like they're crazy. The family situation. No nice way I could say this. I live in Houston, so they got a nightlife out here, right? So because of the nightlife, how can I say this? It's a lot of people who ain't got no money, but they partying all the doggone time. That ain't nothing new. Lounges, bars, hookah, just kicking it. Just people looking for somebody to spend money on them. Oh my goodness. Water. They looking for people to spend money on them. That's what they looking for. Most time it don't work, but sometimes it does. So here's the thing. Now you got to add the situation to right now. Inflation, job loss, stagnant wages, and people like, hey man, if you don't have any money, why you keep doing this? And the difference between, I would say, back in the day and now is there are far more things to waste your money on. I don't think there's a thing that helps you save money now. You can spend money on that. You don't have a ride, people. You don't have a ride, you can Uber. See, taxi, that took time. Took time. Not you can Uber's fast for you. You don't want to. There was delivery back in the day, but there wasn't Uber Eats. So now that's a whole nother thing. Nowadays cats take more vacations than I would say we did when I was younger. I gotta go here and I gotta that travel because I knew people in my 20s that traveled, but it wasn't necessarily travel. It was I'm gonna move to this city, I'm gonna move to that city. They'll move, the city will whip their ass, they'll break their lease and move to another city. That city will whip their ass, they break their lease, they move to another city. People hop cities for like 3-4 cities in a year. But no nice way to say this. Now what you're seeing people, I'm going to the Caribbean, I'm going to Central South America, I'm going to Asia, I'm flying here, I'm flying there, and it's like, so you do have money to spend, but you spend it on a lot of frivolous stuff. Same thing with gaming. Like gaming got ridiculously worse because I played video games when you had a game, a cartridge, or a disc, DVD, CD, whatever the heck that was. The game had an end to it. Now it's like give me $5, give me $10 more, give me $50. Oh, we can keep playing the game. Give me $17.50. Oh, you want to get better at the game? Oh, give me $22.99. And so now you're seeing people in the house, tripping, tripping. So it's like I got money for something. I remember like you had the young folks who was collecting shoes. Now they collecting fucking Pokemon and baseball cards like children. When I was a kid, I got back in the day collecting cards like that. But now it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. So you have these situations now where it's no nice way to say this, but people don't believe that you're broke anymore because you're not. People don't see you broke, and social media makes it worse because people are showing it highlights. People ain't showing it. Yo, I'm broke. Check me on Instagram. I'm broke. Facebook. I'm broke. TikTok. I'm broke. YouTube. I'm broke. I'm not. I ain't got it like that. I'm broke. People are just out kicking it, right? And you see, and nowadays you also see people wearing more designer clothes that are supposed to be broke. Like what, why are you wearing that and you broke? Why did you buy those shoes? Why did you buy that shirt? Why did you buy those pants? Why did you buy, those shades? Why did you buy purse? Why you bought this? Why are you wearing jewelry? I thought you was broke. There's always been a fake it till you make it thing crowd, but you know, they didn't have as much access to capital per se. Because now you see, you change the race, you change the amount of access to capital, but now you're hearing people with credit card debt, 5-6 figures in credit card debt. And it's like, whoa, this is not student loans, this is not mortgage, house loan or car loan, just credit cards. Just I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but you would think people are broke, and people are broke, but now you can get more credit the broker you are, if that makes sense. You know, you paying the minimum balance, and now they didn't give you extra $5,000-$10,000 to spend. You know, which I don't understand it, but it's not for me to understand. I'll say that. So nowadays, man, like you said, people gonna spend money on what they want, and that's what they're gonna do, no matter how bad it is at the end of the day. But they're not telling people this is gonna catch up with you. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.